Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Georgia. So today I'm doing another reaction / review to a music video. Now I've picked quite an old classic because I'm absolutely in love with this song. I just find it really nice, and yeah, so I'm reacting to Those Were the Days by Mary Hopkin. I think it's Mary Hopkin, not Mary Hopkins, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I just thought it would be a nice little reaction. So yeah, let's get on with the video. I don't know why, right? This is gonna be a really weird thing to nitpick at, but I feel like the glass in the beginning, really, I just love it. I don't know why, because it's from 1968, and I feel like it gives it such an old-fashioned vibe. I don't know what it is, but I feel like having the glass in the beginning just makes it so much more old-fashioned. I don't know. That's the thing, I think it was the violin in the beginning, it made it really emotional, but obviously it's a nostalgic song, and I feel like it's very heavy on the nostalgia. Obviously, and I feel like at this point when it's where we used to raise a glass or two, in the tavern, which I guess means pub, it's I'm sort of living those days now, because I'm in that age of going to the pub and drinking with my mates and just having a ball of a time. So the way I'm taking it is that's me right now. So I just need to remember those days so that in future when I'm 50, I can replay this song and be oh my god, I get it now, you know? So that's sort of how I'm going to take this song. It makes me even though I haven't lived that whole life yet, because I'm still young, it makes me feel weirdly emotional.
Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day.
That's the thing, I love singing and I love dancing, and I'm not exactly amazing at both, but I just do it anyway because it's fun. Because I'm even if you're not very good, just dancing no one's watching is the best way to go, and singing no one's listening, because at the end of the day, if you find joy out of it, you do it. I find so much joy out of just being with my friends and singing and dancing. It brings me so much joy, and I love doing it. It's one of my favourite things to do. So yeah, I love that line. But yeah.
We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have our way.
That's so true, me now, it's you always think you're right. I found that when you're young, you always think you're right, but then as you get older, you slowly start realising even little things now, because I'm only just starting to realise it. They're the things that I was saying when I was 14, when I thought I was so correct and I was winning the argument. I thought I was being so wise and clever, but looking back, I sounded so stupid. So it's that thing of when you're young, you're in this blissful unawareness of kind of how wrong you are. Do you know what I mean? And maybe this song is telling you be happy living in that blissful, what's the word, the bliss of being unaware, or the bliss of not knowing for as long as you can, because sometimes that's the best way, and that's the happiest you'll be, is when you're just blissfully unaware, you know?
Just tonight I stood before the tavern. Nothing seemed the way it used to be. In the glass I saw a strange.
What I think of, because I can't do the whole nostalgia thing, what I think of when she's nothing seemed the way it used to be, is when you hear stories of your parents' childhoods or your grandparents, or like even older. It's like you always wish you can jump in a time machine and go back and experience that life just to see what it was like back then, because it's like nothing's probably, I mean, I don't know if this is true, I don't know, any of like 20, 50-year-olds out there, I don't know, or like 70-year-olds, is life the same now as it was back then? I don't know, but I feel like I would love to just jump in a time machine and go back years and years and years just to see how they live, just to experience for a day what it was like back then. I'd love that. That's what I think of when I hear that line.
Was that lonely woman really me?
That's kind of sad.
Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end.
That's true, because it's like I'm still young, and I feel like I'm going to be young forever. Like I feel like I never really sit there and think like one day I'm going to be like 60 years old, like 60. And I feel like I don't ever think about that. So it's like when you're young, you do think those days are never going to end. You think like, it's going to be so fun forever, just singing and dancing. I mean, I hope that my life's like that forever. I don't know. I'm going to try and maintain that lifestyle.
Sing and dance forever and a day. Live the life we choose, we'd fight and never lose. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days. Da 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 da
about this song, I think it's because the whole video is just her sat there singing, just showing her talent, singing about nostalgia, happy song, like it makes you feel happy, it's got a really sweet beat, and it's like you can see that she's not trying to impress us with like the crazy dancing in the videos or the crazy graphics, because at the end of the day they didn't need to do that back then. One, yeah, because they couldn't, but two, because they didn't need to, because they had this talent. Like she could put out a song like this and it's just happy and it makes you feel happy and you can sing along and you just love it without needing the dancing and the crazy graphics. And that's what I love about like old songs, is that they don't feel the need to impress with crazy stuff on the screen. You know, it's just sitting down, showing your talent and having fun, you know, and I like that. When it starts to get intense.
Through the door there came familiar laughter. I saw your face and heard you call my name. Oh my friend, we're older but no wiser.
That's the thing, it's like you think that you're going to get old and be so wise, because that's what people tell you. They're always like, don't worry, when you get to my age you'll understand. And it's like, but I bet I'm going to get to your age and I'm going to like still be in the mindset that I was now. So I'm like, is it really true? And they're like, don't worry, you'll get it when you're older. You just need to have some more life experience. I'm like, I feel like life experience isn't all it's cracked up to be, okay? Just say it.
For in our hearts the dreams are still the same. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose, we'd fight and never lose. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days.
The thing is with this song, I feel like it follows like a journey, because it starts off with like Once upon a time there was a tavern. It's like a story, but in a song. I feel like that's the sort of theme of the song. It's like a nostalgic story, but in a song. So instead of just standing there being, once upon a time there was a tavern, it's like, instead of making it a story, they made it into like a happy song instead. That's like the vibe I get from it. But yeah, I really like that though. I find it really sweet. See, and she's even like singing it in like a pub or a set of a pub, which I love. But yeah, that is my reaction to that song. I just really love like the nostalgic effect. Like even though I you know can't, because I'm young and I'm in that life, but I think it's like the thing of telling me to be remember that life and remember the days that I'm living now, because then when I can get older I can reflect back on this song and be like, yeah, I can have that nostalgic effect now. Yeah, I just love it. And it's like sometimes I'll sit in the pub with my mates and I'll be like, those were the days, like it pops into my head. But yeah, I just find it really sweet and I just love it. So yeah, that is my reaction to that song. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please turn on the notification bell. Thank you, goodbye.